This is Eric from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're going to talk about the CODEOFBELL Annex Kit, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So we have a couple of different materials going on here, so I'm gonna look at my notes to make sure I get this first one right. It is EcoPack EPX, which is 100% recycled laminated waterproof material, and then we have some recycled nylon, and then we have some Cordura as well. So as you can see, we have a more water resistant or waterproof material here on the front, than just a more standard like nylon and Cordura here on the back. So this is not gonna be as water resistant, but it's performed well in light rain, and we obviously have the PU coated zippers, which we'll move on to. But very happy with both of these materials. They do what they're intended to, but they do look a little bit like this is just a very busy looking bag, which you could already tell before I said that, but happy with the materials. We got YKK zippers, got nice Hypalon pulls, and you can kind of loop them together to kind of make like a little lock if you want to with them, like loop stuff through the metal zipper pull or loop it through the small hole there. Either way, it's very easy to use, and I think it looks kind of nice, especially if you're into that kind of technical look. But we have a couple different kinds of hardware here. We've got a fidlock fastener here on the strap. Very easy to open and close. Some people don't like the sliding ones. I don't mind them. I guess I've kind of gotten used to them. I didn't love them initially, but they work as I would expect them to. Then we've got Woojin hard plastic hardware, and it works, again, as you'd expect it to. One of the better brands in the business as far as plastic hardware goes. So with the hardware out of the way, we do have compression straps here on the sides, and so this front pocket is expandable. We've seen this a lot from CODEOFBELL recently, and it's nice to be able to kind of just cinch it down even when there's not a ton in there. I'm not really even using the expansion section right now. I do have something stowed inside of here, which we'll get into, but you can kind of just keep it looking a little bit more manageable when you're using those compression straps, and helps even more when you have this extended out. So we have, again, a front bungee system on the front, lots of stuff going on, and if you have like wet socks or something like that, or you want to attach like a shirt or something, or really just anything kind of small, a water bottle would work as well, you can just stick it under this front bungee system. To really get access to the expansion system, you have to undo it, but that's very easy to do. You just pop the two things off, and you have a little bit of leeway with where these go and how you want to attach it. So a ton of modularity going on here, and this is helpful, and I think it also adds to the look that we've got going on here. So we got a top handle here, and it's pretty comfortable, pretty well padded, no aeration or anything like that, but pretty good padding. And I like that because you can remove this strap and then just kind of use this as a pouch, or like even just like a all-in-one pouch, wallet, tech pouch, everything. So you can take this off and then just carry it like this, and it remains comfortable because we have a ton of padding. We also have some daisy chains here on the back, and then with the Hypalon here on the bottom, so you can attach different gear. You can attach this to a bag or something like that. Just a ton of customization options on this thing. But as I said, it is a busy look, but the materials hold up, and a lot of these have uses that you'll probably find a use for in testing or traveling. So the harness system does not have a ton of padding or really comfort features, I guess I should call it. So as you can see, no padding, no aeration or anything like that. So typically the things that I carry around in my daily life aren't super heavy, at least when I was testing this. So it didn't really dig in or anything like that. But if you were to load this up with tech and you had like your phone and your wallet and everything inside of here, this is going to start digging in. But the nice thing is, if that is a problem, you can take this off and put on any strap that you want. So you might have a strap from another bag that you like that's removable, or you can buy one. It seems silly to spend a lot of money on a bag than buy an extra strap, but maybe you really like this and you just want something with a little bit more padding. But I don't know, I like it. It's very easy to take on and off while you're wearing it because you have the fidlock here. You also have the quick adjustments that we see from CODEOFBELL a lot. You can see them kind of getting tangled up here, and that kind of happens a lot while you're using this thing. You kind of get used to it, but the quick adjustments are very easy to use, and the second buckle there as well that you can kind of fashion into a stabilizer strap if you want to use it like that. It is a little bit tight when you do that though. Just keep that in mind if you were planning to do that. So on the back panel here, we really don't have any padding or mesh or anything like that. As you can see, my phone's in there, and I have this kind of packed out, not super heavy, but with a lot of gear. So you can see my phone is kind of creasing there. Still comfortable, but no padding or aeration or anything like that. So it does get a bit warm, like it's finally getting hot in Michigan today. I think it's supposed to be 80 degrees. So it just gets a little bit warm, a little bit sweaty, but most bags do sweat a little bit. And to be honest, I didn't expect this to have like that mesh foam and padding and stuff like that. It's just not really what CODEOFBELL does, but if that's what you're expecting, you're not going to find it here. Overall, I found this thing to be pretty comfortable, but if you overload it, just like any other bag, you might get a little bit of digging in and a little bit of discomfort. If you are finding this video helpful, make sure you throw a like on the video, drop a comment down below about what you would do with this bag, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. So this is how I typically wore this thing while I was testing it. While I was cycling with it, I did tighten it up just so it wasn't sitting so low and it wasn't kind of like bouncing around like near my bike seat. But overall, it's been pretty comfortable to wear like this. As I mentioned earlier, it's not super heavy right now. You're gonna see what I have stowed inside, and it will dig in a little bit more, especially if you're wearing like a tank top or something like that. It's gonna be a little bit more comfortable with, you know, I have a Dickies shirt on. This is like a work shirt, so it is pretty thick, but overall pretty comfortable. You can switch it around very easily. Sorry if I hit the mic there, to have quicker access to the gear inside of it, especially if you have like a water bottle underneath the cords here, you can like get access to that. And obviously you can tighten it up if you want it to be a little bit closer to you, and it's got a pretty long strap as well, so you can really get it to be as comfortable as you want it to be, but you just kind of have to be wary of loading too much gear inside of there. And it all comes down to the strap. If you were to replace the strap with something more padded, you wouldn't have an issue, but I don't expect most of you to do that. I'm just saying that if you are going to load this up, you're going to feel it. Sorry if the camera is shaking a little bit. We're right next to a railroad tunnel, so it kind of shakes a little bit, but I think it's close to done. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the pockets on this thing. So I'm going to start on the back side where my phone was stowed, as you saw earlier. It's pretty tight in there right now just because I have so much gear inside of here, but typically if you don't have it super packed out with gear, it's pretty easy to get it in and out. Fits a phone really nicely, no organization or anything like that. Got the nice orange that we're used to seeing from CODEOFBELL inside of there. Got really no padding here, but the material is thick enough. I think this is the Cordura section that it's going to protect your phone. I wouldn't put it screen out, but then you have some padding on this side because there's organization inside of the main compartment. So pretty easy to use. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. Again, if you have something like my phone, I don't have a huge case on there, but I do have a case on there, so it can kind of poke into you a little bit, but not really an issue for me personally. So this front section is the expansion section, and you can access it via this front zipper here, and I just have an umbrella stowed inside there right now, which is pretty big. So this is the smallest version of the sling. I believe it's 2.5 liters, and it expands up to 4 liters. Sorry if I got the numbers wrong there, but that fits inside there pretty easily. As you can see, we do have a liner pocket right here, and then a key leash that you can remove with this little button right there. Snaps on with a magnet. Very easy to use. Pretty big. I don't love how big this is, but it works. But as you can see, there's not a ton of space here right now, but that's because we have not expanded the pocket. So I'm going to zip it up just to show you, and then pop these off of here. And then this just kind of folds out after you undo the side straps here. So you have a big open area there, and now you have the zipper on top, and you also have the zipper up here still, so you can access it in either way you want to. I don't find myself using this bottom zipper very much, but if you were using this as just a pouch, like if you were to take the strap off, or I guess if you leave the strap on and you're like, I need to get my gear out, you can almost pack it like you would pack a duffel. You unroll it, open it up, grab what you need to grab, whether that's headphones, maybe it is your umbrella stowed inside of there. You can grab it, pull it out, close it back up, and then you can kind of just fold it down and then reattach the straps here, which we can then cinch down, and you can kind of get into the, I guess I'll say the nitty gritty of how you want this to be folded. You can do one fold, you can kind of do another, because the buckles are, you know, you can flip them around and they're still gonna work. So you can kind of fold it however you want to fold it. So I don't appreciate this feature as much as I have in other CODEOFBELL bags and slings where I have a little bit more space to work with. It's just not as useful for me. I still think it is useful. It's just not as useful as the bigger bags that I've tested that have a similar feature like this. But for people who are constantly, you know, if you're gonna use this and walk around the city and you wanna buy some souvenirs, maybe a snack or something like that, you can just toss whatever you buy inside of here, or leave stuff in here like your rain jacket, an umbrella or something like that, even some snacks, and then when you need them, take them out, use them, and then put them back inside of there. And especially too with an umbrella, this is going to be wet. You have this waterproof or highly water resistant material, depending how you look at it. One thing, you do have to take these straps off to really engage this. Obviously you can stick stuff in there, and it's a bungee, so it will stretch around it, but to really get into this zipper, you have to undo the bungee here. But very easy to pop it back on when you're ready to go again. And just a lot going on the front here, and you really have a lot of space to work with. It's just whether you think you're going to need it. So I was having an argument with myself about whether or not the front pocket here was the main compartment or this one here was the main compartment. So I'm going with this one as the main compartment, but if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments about why you think I'm wrong. But this one has a ton of organization. It's really kind of like a clutch, like a clutch purse that has all kinds of space for stuff inside of it. It really reminds me of that inside of here. So now, as you can see, we have almost like a big accordion system here. So on the back wall here, we have that padded area that I mentioned earlier that you can kind of feel from the back zippered pocket. Just got a mouse stowed in there right now. It's nice if you have a mouse that you can use with an iPad or with your computer that you're bringing with you, just to kind of use this as a tech pouch, so that way you have your computer inside your bag and then you have the tech pouch that you can kind of remove if you need to. So your phone also fits nicely inside of there. It's very well padded, so a good place to stow items that need a little bit extra protection, like a mouse, a phone, something of that nature. And then we have this little, I don't even know what to call it. It almost reminds me of I think it's the Tom Bin side tray. That might not be the name, but if you look it up, you'll know what I mean. So it has sides here, gussets on the side, and a bottom, so gear can't slide through. So you can see my finger can't get through there. So you have quite a bit of space here, and this is like the financial section of the bag. So you do have these 2 pockets here. I just have a headphones and a wall plug, so you have bigger pockets there, but you could use that for stuff that might typically go inside of your wallet. Then a big open area here that you can just layer stuff inside of. And then we have a bunch of card slots. So there's 3 card slots on either side. You can fit 2 to 3 in each slot, depending on how thick the cards are. Like some of my metal cards did not fit inside of there as nicely, but we've got the McLovin card here. That's not as thick, and you could fit, we'll pull 3 of these out of here, and they're gonna fit inside of that pocket. Not as easily as one, but it's going to fit in there pretty easily, as you saw. So you have quite a bit of space to stow stuff inside of there. Then we also have a little pocket right here, which works for cash. So I've got a bunch of different cash from different countries. Every currency that I tried fit inside there. No issues with length. So that is a nice feature. If you do have like a currency we don't have that's super long, you might have to fold it, but it does go, all the way to the ends of this pocket. So in the middle here, we have a little zippered compartment. I've just been using that for coins. These are obviously coins from around the world, not my personal cash, but it worked well for, like if you're taking the bus, a lot of times coins are more helpful. If you're paying for parking a lot, like with a meter, and you live in a city with an old school meter system where you can still put in coins, it's nice to have all your coins in one place, and it's not bouncing around because it's all contained by that zipper. So on this side here, we have 3 little elastic loops, and I typically put my charging cables inside of there because I have my charging brick, but I forgot my charging cables at home today. So those are typically wrapped up and then stuck inside of here. So I have my charging stuff here, and then I have my cables right here. So that way I just have like a mini tech pouch here. Typically my tech pouch has a lot more gear inside of it, but for a more minimalistic setup, I can do that, and it's not, it does everything I need it to do. I'm not going to have, a bunch of my camera stuff inside of there, but I probably could if I were to utilize this front pocket correctly. So again, we have another big area in between here. So if you use a bunch of this space, you're not going to have as much space in this gusseted area here, and it's going to kind of push it over to the side. But if you don't have anything here and you put gear here, this is going to push out. So you really kind of have to pick what you want to do here, or kind of go half and half. So I personally like putting gear inside of this area. I could put my big over-ear headphones over here when I don't have a ton of stuff stowed inside of here, like when I don't have the umbrella and stuff like that. But we do have a pocket right here, which I have a battery bank stowed inside of, so I can do all of the charging on the go if I do not have a plug near me. And that's nice to have that zippered pocket there, just so things aren't bouncing around. You can put some dongles and stuff in there, just so they're not flying around everywhere. And last but not least, we have a little loop right here. It's a little bit of elastic, and you can stick a pen, a stylus, whatever you want to throw inside of there to just keep it there and have something to write with or use on your iPad or something like that. But as I said at the beginning, there's a ton of stuff in this pocket. And typically when I see a bag like this, I'm like, what am I going to use all that for? But in testing over 2 weeks, pretty much everything did find a use at some point. So I know some of you might be looking at this like, what am I possibly going to use all of this for? It really is designed very smart. You might not need it, but you probably can find something that goes in every single one of these different pockets. It just depends on, again, your use case, what you need it for, and all of that jazz. So a ton of organization here, and then a ton of expansion right here, and then your daily use items like your phone, your passport and stuff can go on the backside, and then all of this modularity stuff on the outside. So again, it just depends what you need it for and whether all of this is worth it to you. So there you have it, the CODEOFBELL Annex Kit. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.